Hello YouTube, so today I thought I would share with you my Zastava M77, which was made in Yugoslavia. It's an AK based borderized rifle that was imported by Century Arms International, chambered in .308 Winchester and 7.62 NATO. So you can see, it's an AK based rifle. It's got a little bit longer of a barrel than your standard AK. This also has a heavy-duty trunnion. It's a little wider. They call it a bulge trunnion. And also comes with a 1.5mm receiver. It's a little more heavy-duty than the standard width AK receivers out there. This also comes with a 10-round magazine. It is a double-stack magazine. So you can put larger capacity magazines on the rifle. I think CS Specs makes high capacity, or rather standard capacity magazines for the rifle. As you notice, there is a notch there in the safety lever, so you can basically hold the action open on the rifle. The magazine does not have a provision for a bolt hold open. It has your standard AK sights, which are graduated out to, it looks like 1,000 meters. I don't know if you can actually shoot that far with it and be accurate. I don't know. But this also has a non-ribbed top cover. And the stock is polymer. The foregrip, or rather the forearm, is polymer. One thing that's kind of neat about these is that they have a adjustable gas system. So there's settings 1, 2, and 3. You can kind of see that there. Kind of hard to see. Sorry about the focus. And basically that little spring clip holds that setting in place. So if you want to run, heavier ball ammo, lighter ammo, get the gun to run with a little smoother, rather, more reliability, you can adjust the gas on this rifle, which is pretty cool. It's a nice feature. This particular model was a post-successor of the M76, the M76 being a DMR style rifle, and the M76 was chambered in 8mm. And so this one came out about a year after in .308, or rather 7.62 NATO, and was basically a military rifle, with your typical 20-round magazine. Some would have a scope mount. These do come with scope mounts, so if you find one, you will have the nice little scope mount riveted to the side of the receiver. These do push the scope farther back than, say, a Soviet-style scope mount on your typical AK. These do have the Yugoslavian push button. You got to push the button and press this in to remove the top cover. So a little bit different than the typical AK from Soviet bloc or Eastern Bloc. So the Serbians, Yugoslavians did everything a little bit different. However, they had their reasons. Got your sling swivel. Kind of see that there. And then more or less your typical front AK sight that has windage and elevation adjustment. And also that's a 14x1 reverse threaded cover. It is threaded. That little cap is welded on for importation purposes. There's your gas block, of course, adjustable to dial in the gas setting that is desired to you. And it's a very well-built rifle. The stock is actually pretty comfortable. I don't think it's very aesthetically pleasing. However, it is pretty comfortable to hold. You can upfit this with your older style Zastava wooden furniture. However, the one hurdle you do have to overcome is that you need to make sure that you accommodate for this angled receiver in the back, and obviously meet 922R regs. But anyways, this is a really heavy duty gun, and the beauty of these is that they were imported for, basically you could buy one of these when they came out, when they hit the shores, for about $500, which was an insanely cheap price Today they're going to be, they're going to run you over $1,000, but at the time they were really cheap. And honestly, there's not a lot much difference between this and an M91, which is several $1,000s from Zastava. This basically is a heavy-duty AK in a large caliber or a full-size rifle caliber. It does not have the sniper stock or the DMR style stock, but it does have adjustable gas, and you can essentially outfit this gun, which is much cheaper, to make it into sort of a DMR style rifle. Extremely well built. They are non-chrome lined, which is typical for the Serbians and Zastava. However, pretty cool looking gun, really. So if you find one out there in the wild, you don't see a lot of these M77s, but if you find one out there, I would definitely pick it up if it's at a reasonable rate. There's the top view of the rifle. So you can see it's kind of a nice addition there. On the rear sight leaf, it's kind of machined, so you've got the contrast of the engraved letters and the shiny metal. And the bolt carrier and bolt are also like a polished bare metal, not finished. And they've got your read owner's manual before use. Like I said, it is your typical AK action. Nothing really groundbreaking there, but a very solid AK at that. I need to get a scope on this and see how well it will shoot at 100 yards, or maybe even farther. Anyhow, thought I'd share this with you guys today. It is a cool gun, a little bit of history behind it, and please like and subscribe. Take care. We'll see you later.